All right, so thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of this program. It's Bystanders at least 10 again on Flip TV. Michael Adekule is here with you to review what we have on today's dailies. Our viewers across the globe, talking about Nigerians in diaspora, we appreciate you for joining us. The ones in Nigeria, where we are reading this from, we also appreciate you. Thank you so much, everyone. The reviewers, we appreciate you as well. Thank you, Raphael, for joining us on today's edition of this program. King Joe Ogba, Gladys Oyabo, Jacob Adedeji, King Henry, Taiwo Odunlade Moki Great, King Joe Ogba, and every other viewers watching us on this platform. We appreciate you all. All right, here are the headlines for today's program. We have this day newspaper. We have the Punch at the newsstand. We have the Vanguard newspaper. What are these dailies saying at the newsstand? Quickly to this day. Presidential poll. Tinubu, Atiku will be no fate before November 5. On presidential poll, Tinubu, Atiku will be no fate before November 5. Tinubu vows to clear FX backlog, says $1 trillion economy feasible by 2026. So the next one down the paper, we have a good development here. P&ID, that's a good news. UK court clears Shaso of corruption allegations by Nigeria. Relief as UK court quashes $11 billion judgment debt against Nigeria. Relief as UK court quashes $11 billion judgment debt against Nigeria. So the next one, which is the Punch newspaper, what's the Punch saying? I think this is still on the certificates saga at the Supreme Court. We have Tinubu certificates, prove alleged forgery beyond reasonable doubt. Supreme Court tells Atiku on Tinubu certificate, prove alleged forgery beyond reasonable doubt. Supreme Court tells Atiku, that's the PDP presidential candidate. Moving on to other stories on the front page of this paper, we have on page 4, slain Nigerian students, NIDC OM probes murder, Nance demands justice. Quickly to another story here. UK court dismisses $11 billion P&ID suit. Nigeria demands damages. I think that's a welcome development. This is a long time case that has been going on between the UK and the Nigerian government, and I'm happy with this development. I don't know if you are happy.
That they are wiped up the case.
Yeah. They've quashed the debt, $11 billion. That's a very, very bogus or huge amount of money. All right, so another story here. Israel arrests 120 militants. European Union backs Gaza aid. Now, quickly to the pictures we have on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Iron Dam. Flood sacks open communities. Governor declares emergency.
Governor Biodu, why is he declaring emergency? When the whole Ogun State has turned to Potopoto, I'm telling you, that man has destroyed Ogun State.
I think he has a lot of jobs to do.
Each and every successive government that comes to that state don't care about roads. They don't care about other social infrastructures.
All right, quickly.
I'm telling you, Ogun State is the the most
like I told
neglected
you,
states.
like I told you, the government has so much.
Mike
has a lot of work to do.
The first tenure has gone. He has done the
This is
second one. He's bagging the money.
All right, quickly to
He's
another one.
packaging the money. He's stealing the money.
Let me read this. Our presidential torso.
Been fair to Ogun State indigents.
Presidential torso. Articles CSU evidence not admissible. Say Tinubu APC INEC. Articles CSU, that's the Chicago State University evidence not admissible. Say the president Tinubu APC INEC. All right, still on P and ID, we have on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper. Nigeria wins $11 billion P and ID case in UK courts.
Unlike the UK. Unlike the British.
All right, autonomy. State assemblies, staff begin nationwide strike tomorrow. And we have on the saga between Wike and Gumi, not just Wike and Gumi alone, is now
state assemblies staff begin nationwide strike tomorrow. People that are going home with jumbo salaries across the states, the lawmakers in the states, I hope our southeastern lawmakers, counterparts, join this strike. I will help them.
All right, moving on to another story.
I must abuse them all.
Raphael, let me read
who is striking? Striking against who?
All right, moving on to another story here. Subsidy removal, exchange rates unification. We have achieved desired objectives. That's what the president has said on page 2 of Vanguard newspaper. We have achieved desired objectives.
When Nigerians are dying, subsidy removal.
All right, let me quickly say hi to the viewers on the platform. We really appreciate the viewers for always keeping in touch on this platform. All right, let me see. Okay, if we have some saying hi to us this morning. Okay, we have Samson Moses, the first to say good morning to us. Samson Moses, good morning to you. Mookie, great. Hey, you're saying hey to you too, Mookie, great. Good morning to you.
Hey, nay.
All right, Fabian Wadike, good morning to you all from UK.
Good morning.
George Pounds, thank you so much for greeting us. We say good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Good morning from this angle, Mr. Mike and Crow. It's another beautiful sunny day. How is it know that it's sunny here? It's sunny, truly.
It's caution.
All right. Enoma Osadiyeye. Good morning, Mr. Mike Adekunle, watching from Germany. Good morning to you. All the way from the newsstand. We're saying good morning to Queen Henry, as he's saying good morning to us as well. All right, Amechu Wachuku, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning, my great people. That's what I said. Demian Osas, thank you so much. Good morning. Stop and Chop, thank you so much.
Stop and Chop, we are greeting.
All right, James Cooper, good morning. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And we hope to have a very interesting program.
Headlines.
Yeah.
Mike, the one that is so much catchy is lawmakers across the states of the Federation are on strike tomorrow. The whole staff of State House of Assemblies across the country, which was why I asked you, Mike, I hope all the lawmakers down the east, they are among.
Why do you think that one is the catchy?
The one is the catchy one because if you go to southeastern Nigeria, no development is coming from that state. It's only the individuals. The development in the southeastern Nigeria are from the individuals. They are the businessmen. They are the entrepreneurs. And who, again, the industrialists. They are the ones that are bringing succor, good things to southeastern Nigeria. The state governments have neglected the youth, neglected the road links, most social amenities, infrastructure amenities in the southeast. Provided that we don't have any federal government project visible in the eastern Nigeria, the states should have braced up. The lawmakers should have come up with tangible things to develop the youths, to create employment for the youths, to show infrastructural amenities to the indigenous of that state, because federal government doesn't mind us. I didn't understand. Which is why I'm very, very annoyed with the lawmakers in the states going on strike. The staff that are going home with jumbo pay. Do you know how much they receive each month? Anytime the labor, the TUC, they pay the rules. I listen to they are going on strike. Do they join? Are they not among the federal and states and the local government? They don't join. Now, what is the reason for this strike? Is for their selfish, individualistic mentalities. I listen to me. So, the lawmakers in the southeast, you are not only waking up, but you have stolen enough and their pockets are filled up. You are going to strike in Anambra, Imo State, Abia State. Shame unto you. You are striking for nothing. See, let me tell you, fuel has gone up. But I thank God that we are buying 7 in Lagos, 685 in Lagos. We are buying not less than at least, let's say, less than 600 in the southeastern Nigeria. And it's not only for the indigenous of that state, it's with you. You must buy too. Nobody is exempted. Indiscriminately, the fuel has gone hard against everybody. Indiscriminately. Nobody has been visibly been fought against. We have not selected particular people that will say, you will say, go. Mr. Lucky, go and buy 700. Ada Hope Uzodinma, Ngozi Ka Hope Uzodinma, buy 250 because your father is a governor. Let me tell you, that's what I mean by indiscrimination. Indiscriminately. We are not discriminating against anybody. Yeah. See, let me tell you, Ogun State lawmakers embark on strike too. Ogun State is dying. Go to Oyon Dam. If you are going to along Ibadan Express, see the road links to Ifa local government, to Ibafo, to Mowe, to Magboru. Those people are there Lagosians? No, they're Ogun State. See Ogun State. See the roads. Poto. Biodu is just a fine man for nothing, big for nothing. BIG, capital NOTING. With the woman that is his deputy. They'll be eating Ogun State. Everybody, even the like of Ochibanjo and Obasanjo and all those Ogun States, what do I call them? Big for notice. They have not said anything against any government that comes and goes and comes and and gone in Ogun State. They keep on ripping. The indigenous of that state are dying. Education sector, go to the primary schools. Dilapidated facilities. No roof in Ogun State. Ogun State government is down. And Biodu Dakpo is the most handsome governor of the Federation. Yes. Which is their scarf. Let me tell you, that is not an achievement. You don't record the level of the Chinese king you acquire over the years when you became governor of that state. No, we record on your achievement. How many people have you touched? How many sections in that state are working in order? That's what we know. We are not after good Bia Chinese king. Idiots! All the governors of the Federation, they don't embark on developing the states. They keep on looting allocation from federal. They are backing on strike. Mike, that headline you read now, it is so provocative. Highly appalling. If you know the level, it irks me. It gets me annoyed. You ask them for at least or somebody to come and replace me because I don't like what Biodu Dakpo has been doing.
Okay, right. Away from that.
It is bad. Look at that state. Ogun State is thinking with poverty. No road. When my friend Dare died, I happened to be among the mourners. We went to Ibafo, where Dare built house. Okay? Poto from Ibadan Express, where that Ibafo link to Ibadan Express, Federal Road. Mike, Poto.
Raphael, let's move away.
Let's move forward and forget liters.
Okay,
people that are stealing from government and think that they will go free. Their children will never get scot-free.
All right, Raphael, the court has told Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2023 election, and February 25 election, that he should prove his alleged forgery case beyond reasonable doubt.
Proving the alleged certificate case beyond reasonable doubt is an order from Supreme Court. We know this statement to have been, for so many years, part of the Nigerian so-called factors. There's a language we buy.
Alleged forgery, certificate forgery case
yes.
against Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Thank you.
Beyond, okay.
Proving it beyond reasonable doubt arises from that same thing we are talking about, Nigerian factors. You don't prove anything beyond reasonable doubt, beyond Chicago doubt. You don't prove it beyond Chicago court doubt. That gave Atiku the audacity to go to that state university State of University in the USA. Thank you, to bring out the certificate. And it was proving that Tinubu was nailed. What kind of proving that beyond reasonable doubt do you need again? That is Nigerian factor for you, Nigerian system. They will see the truth. They will be going it round and round. Are you listening to me? Who is Supreme Court? Federal government of Nigeria. Who is the one that appointed them? Mr. Tinubu, the chief. You people are calling presidents. Listen and listen good. Nigerians don't hope on Supreme Court. You people are too gullible. The deceptive Supreme Court is not coming with any good justice for you. You are going to be dying in what? In darkness. APC, Tinubu, no human being in Nigeria with sense, correct, his sense is correct, ever voted for Tinubu. Tinubu were voted by madmen like this one, where the man beside me. Listen, a madman. To vote somebody that will kill them. People with what? Dementia. People whose mentality have gone down drain. They only do one that I'm telling you, nobody ever voted for Tinubu. Then Mike, before I bow out, I advise you campaign and you preach for one Nigeria for many years after the war. Then after the war, you said no vanquish, no conqueror. Everybody went home. The Igbo man, they began the oppression and suppression of Igbo man. And one of the causes, one of the factors Igbo man is fighting against in Nigeria has come to play out in 2023 presidential election. Why? Igbo man has not been able to rule Nigeria again, and nobody has ever voted Igbo man among the Yoruba brothers and the Hausas and the rest of the tribes. And he played out on 25th February 2023. And what happened? Tinubu rigged the election. He finished INEC. Everybody is turned again against Igbo man, and they are saying no to that. Yes, to Biafra. Biafra must come to. Hey, Ralph, come. You see. I pity Ralph, because he has a wound. He has a wound that take 8 years for it to heal, and that wound is currently bleeding. So I want to admonish Ralph to go and lick his wound. Okay, you should go back to, I think, a village in maybe Okigwe or wherever he's from. You should go and lick his wound. Politics is not for the faint-hearted. His principle lost woefully. They said they won. Oh yeah, bring evidence. No evidence. You went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has not even given, their final conclusion. You're already scared that you lost it. You lost the petition. Supreme Court only said they are reserving the judgment for a what? For a future date, so that they can study what you actually brought. For here you are. Do you think power is given a la carte? Ashwatu said something during the campaign. He said power is not given a la carte. You have to go out there and fight for it. You have to earn anything you deserve. You have to earn it. It's as simple as that. So whoever is supporting Rap, his minions, his Biafrans, they can lick their wounds. I think it's allowed. I mean, they can come back in the next 8 years. They can try. But if they relent, they will probably, they probably lose. It's as simple as that.
Now, Justice Okoro's 7-man Supreme Court panel reserved verdict on Atiku, and looking at what Tinubu, APC, and INEC, are saying. Yesterday, they said Atiku's CSU evidence is not admissible. Are you in line with what they said?
No, this is not rocket science. What did you expect Tinubu's aides and the INEC? What do you expect them to say? It behoves on Atiku to bring all evidences beyond reasonable doubt. Let us understand that BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation, said that Atiku is chasing shadows. They said empirically that they have gone through the deposition, and there is nowhere there that it was clearly stated that Asiwaju forged those. In fact, they even went ahead. They said CSU categories said that
the man on that seat is the one that holds this transcript. And this transcript, the person passed with distinction. They said that certificate in America is ceremonial. So many people who have come out, even people that are supporting Atiku, even people that are supporting Tinubu, even Biafrans that are in Americans, Arewas that are in Americans, okay? The Oduduwas that are in America have come out. Those people that have stayed in America for 20 years and above, they say that in America, diplomas is what they call certificate, is ceremonial, that your transcript is what they certify. Your transcript is what they actually lay claims to. Don't forget this man worked with ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil is an international cooperation. All right. Now that certificate, since Atiku said it is forged, and CSU told Atiku that our students also print diplomas from third party. Is Atiku going to the Supreme Court with the name of the third party? Is Atiku going with the list of third party vendors Chicago State University, uses? So you see, Atiku has a case. He will be hopeful. Likewise, the Tinubu and the INEC, councils will also be hopeful by telling the Supreme Court to reject it. It behoves on the Supreme Court to either admit it or not. And if they don't admit it, nobody should come here and say that the Supreme Court has done what is called injustice. Because we must understand that we have cultural clash. In Nigeria, you know that certificate is everything. When someone brings a result to you as a person, you tell him, okay, go and bring your certificate. But in USA, if you take certificate to people, they'll tell you, okay, go and bring your result. Can you see? So we cannot step on each other's cultural differences. So it belongs on the Supreme Court. If they want to admit it, they are setting a precedence. It simply means that everybody can go to any country to go and bring any new thing. And then, our own constitution will always be override. And, then it depends on them. Let us see what they'll do. All right? But for now, I understand the fear of a Raphael because he knows they don't have anything tangible. I understand the fear of a Lucky because he knows that, I understand the fear of David. David is a ghost worker working in Anambra State. These are people who are benefiting out of the corruption. Talking about the corruption, we could see how Nigeria, under the watch of our president, has been able to win a very significant case. That case would have crumbled the nation, and by now we would have had shackles around our necks and hands.
Part of what,
but thank God we are free.
Part of the statement made by court yesterday is that there are conflicting letters from SU, that's the CSU, and Atiku's fresh allegations has elements of crime.
Of crime.
Yeah. Now, with the way the court is going on this issue, are you getting me now? Do you think justice will be served?
Of course. Now,
to the right,
justice will be served, but you see, justice is relative. That's it. In this case, we have two people. You have the allegor, you have the defendant, whatever. So justice will be served, definitely. Now, it now depends on which side of the coin you are. I belong to the Tinubu camp. All right?
I agree.
So if justice, falls into my hand, of course, justice is served. If justice falls into Atiku's hands, justice is not served. The only person, the last hope of a common man, is the Supreme Court. So let us allow them take the course. Let us allow them to study this evidence that you thought you brought. Okay?
It seems APM has no case.
You see, APM, they trust. They told them. In fact, at the matter of fact, they should have been fined. But Atiku is the one sponsoring APM. I understand. Atiku is actually the one sponsoring. Yes, he's the one.
How sure are you?
I'm very sure about it. He's the one sponsoring APM. He's the one actually. He's the one.
All right, let's move down to the question of $11 billion judgment debt against Nigeria by the UK court. Would you laud the government of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, or it is the handwork of his predecessor?
Well, government is continuum. And we must understand that, for Asiwaju to see through, to have the stamina to see that case through, is why we are where we are. Ordinarily, Ashwaju could have just come in and, okay, you know what, let us stop this case. He wouldn't have taken the last step of risk because yesterday it was a do or die. Ordinarily, he would have said, you know what, I don't want to continue this case. Let us settle out of court. I mean, we have seen some other cases like Buhari on the Ajaokuta steel mill. On Ajaokuta steel mill, we saw that Buhari bargained for settlement out of court. And then I think we paid about $460 million or thereabouts. You get, but Ashwaju said that let us see this case, let us see it through. And we saw it through. Unfortunately for us, we were able to what? To win that case. But again, you see, what led to this issue? The PIND was as a result of the height of corruption under the PDP regime. It is all under the PDP regime. Listen, all the scandals Nigeria finds itself today, all these arbitral, contracts that has kept us in this quagmire that we are today, is PDP. All thanks to Atiku. But here we are today, a person like David is shouting behind Atiku. A person like Lucky Mr. Yam is shouting behind Atiku. What a shame. Atiku led the campaign for privatization. He was the one that privatized the Niger, the Delta steel mill. He privatized Ajaokuta. You know what is happening to Ajaokuta? Ajaokuta now, you cannot just dabble into it because Atiku signed a death warrant for Nigeria economy. Look at what they did with Eja Electric. Under Jonathan, look at what they did with our NEPA. They signed a very terrible deal, but thank God that deal is coming to an end by this month, I think. I think on the 20th of October, thereabouts. Their 10 years contract will elapse, and then we'll review it. You see, PDP has destroyed this country. God forbid, they don't destroy my life, but they destroyed this company's life. PDP. What they did, say that person where shit go forget, that person where pack now. Now you know they forget. APC came to pack the shit of PDP. And it comes at a very grievous cost. It came at a very grievous cost. But that is not to say that Buhari also did well. However, PDP destroyed the foundation that the likes of Arwolo were trying to build. Even the military regime, they still kept a lot of, reserves. PDP came in, they squandered everything. Look at I've listened to people praising Sanusi, Soludo as CBN governors. Those guys were the ones, they were terrible CBN governors. Let me tell you why. They should have automated the forex exchange system. They should have digitized our bureau de change. They should have. Under Sanusi, we saw what he did about the banking system, whereby he said that the minimum deposit for you to own a commercial bank is 25 billion naira. He should have equally taken that step to digitize the forex, the forex aspect. Today, the reason why we're having so much uncontrollable hike, is because nobody can track what these BDC guys are doing. You don't know what they do. I can easily approach one BDC guy now, a bureau de change. I can approach one Abokina and tell him, "Okay, I need $50,000. Easily. He gives it to me, I give him my naira. No documentation, no any form. I go and keep that $50. I have taken that level of money away from the system. So you won't even know who did that transaction. So this new CBN said they will automate that process, and that is a good way to go. That is what they should have done. Look at Okonjo-Iweala. Okonjo-Iweala, who is a technocrat, she should have taken all the effort to ensure that all our finance ministry operations were systemized. She should have done that. But everybody will have this notion that I'll do my bit and I'll leave the rest, they failed us. Our past leaders failed us.
Lee, take a look at these pictures. You can see on the front page of this paper. It's a community in Ogun State. What advice would you give to Dapo Abiodun? There have been complaints about Dapo Abiodun's government.
Listen, I have come to this platform many a times to say that Dapo Abiodun is one of the most clueless, governor that we have in the western region of Nigeria. Ogun State has the capacity to outshine Lagos State because Ogun State has abundance of land mass. Ogun State has abundance of industries. In Nigeria today, Ogun State has the highest numbers of industries, even ahead of any other state, ahead of Lagos State. So Ogun State has the highest capacity to generate the biggest level of IGR. But what do we have? that Abiodun keeps politicizing road constructions. We have about 8 bridges that Amosu built to 70%. That Abiodun since 4 years ago has not touched one. Are we talking of Lambert Bridge? Are we talking of Ajunwa Bridge? Are we talking of Mowe Bridge, Ijoko Bridge? That is a failure in terms of road construction, in terms of infrastructure development. He has failed Ogun State people. Yes, he went there, he went to this place, he went to Areko, he went to all those places to go and do what? To go and say, I'm sorry, I will fix it. Enough of the optics. Enough of the optics. He needs to stand up. And I want to use this, this period to call out my Ogun State fellow indigenous. We need to run a protest against Ogun State government. Look at Okiaro there. Okiaro proximity to Ogba here. It's just 200 naira. But Okiaro there, if you immediately leave Toyi, you know that you are inside Ogun State. The roads are terrible.
Bad roads.
Nothing stops him from even tying that road and tolling it. If he tolls that place, if he tolls it, let us say that Matogun, Agbado is the Lekki of Ogun State. Because majority of Lagosians are there. Toll the boundary, toll it. Just as before you enter Lekki, it is tolled. You pay before you enter there. Toll that road. Give it to private companies. Let them toll it. Let them have a toll gate. Let it be functional. People will be ready to pay that 15 naira and 100 naira to use that road. But here we are. He's clueless and nobody's speaking up. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
David,
because of our time, briefly, thank you so much. Let's quickly move down to Ogun State. It's obvious that the roads in Ogun State are in a deplorable state, and this is the second term of the governor in office. If I'm not mistaken, second time of the governor in office, and Ogun citizens expect so much from him. People criticizing for not doing well in his first time in office. This is the second time. What advice would you give to him? What do you expect from the governor of that state in terms of the rehabilitation of roads and construction of new roads? Apart from that, the economy of Ogun State in general.
Thank you, Mr. Mike Adekola, and thank you to our esteemed viewers and people watching us around the globe. Say a very wonderful morning to you. One thing is you should expect is that the governor himself is a fraudster. Governor Abiodun himself, this same man was being indicted for fraud in US. Don't forget that. This same type of Abiodun. So what do you expect from a fraudster who has stolen the mandate of the people of Ogun State? The same man, this is the same governor that Abiodun that claimed he was prosecuted from the University of Ife. You see that our constitution are giving room for people who are not supposed to be in public office to be public office. People like the Abiodun, even though for the fact that he did some shady deals to become a billionaire, he's not supposed to be in the government office. Because one, he has not met the requirements to become a governor. And then secondly, he has done a lot of shady things. Now come and see, you cannot give what you don't have. This is the man that, you know what happened to Ogun State, whereby Ogun State is the hub of industries. Industries are located in Ogun State. I've thought that, I've said that the seat of power, where you have in a state where the seat of power is not close to where the people live, it will be an impediment. Look at where Akute is. Look at where the seat of power is, Ogun State capital. So do you think there will be development in such places? There will not be development. Even the local government covering that axis is in Songo Ifo. Now, most times, does the local government chairman come to this place to feel the plight of these people? I think that part of Ogun State should be ceded to Lagos State, and that is why the governors, the government itself, have refused to do that. Now, you cannot cater for the well-being of these people. There are no infrastructural developments coming. People keep lamenting on a daily basis. The same Dakpo, prior to the 2020 election, he went to Alagbole, went to Lambe, went to all these places, and he said something. He said Matua Alamishe. For those people that don't understand Yoruba, he said, what does it mean? He said, see, he will turn a new leaf.
Yeah, that's it.
He was shedding tears, crocodile tears.
Please vote for him.
He was crying on national TV. He was kneeling down to the electorate just to get votes. Now that he has gotten the votes, now that he has won, has he not absconded? That is the problem we have. I think people there too deserve what they are getting. Because if they have said no, you either could not perform during your first tenure. How sure are you? Second tenure. How sure you will perform?
Do you think the vote of the people really spoke at the previous gubernatorial election in that state?
You said what?
The vote of the people, do you think it's counted?
I was
in the last election that took place in that state?
No, it did not. Because I was surprised myself when the INEC chairman in the state announced that Dapa won. They said it was one particular Iyewa that gave him votes, because Iyewa said after Dapa promised them that after his own tenure, power will be ceded to the Iyewa region. So probably that's why most Iyewa persons came out en masse to vote for him. But now they're not crying bitterly. Look, just imagine a state that has no road, a state that cannot pay civil servants, a state that cannot pay pensioners. This is the same state that was the local government chairman came out publicly to query the 5 billion meant for poverty subsidy intervention fund. That what has the government done with it? That see, even them that happen to be the local government chairman, the government themselves have not rolled out palliative for them to roll out to their people. Now, what happens to that chairman? That chairman has been suspended. That chairman has been invited by what? EFCC, just because the local government chairman came out boldly to speak against his board. So I think so I think Dapo, I'm not surprised, because Dapo is in APC, and then you know the antecedent of what APC government, they are just there to cause hardship on hardship to the people. So that party is evil. So Dapo is where's the that party has come to frustrate lots of people. See, nobody can beat their chest among the APC governors and see which one is working. Office of the man, that one is causing hell in Anambra State. Yes, catastrophes. Yes, Imo State. Damage. The only governor that has the fear of us in that APC is the governor of Borno State, Abagala Zulu. Only that man has the fear of God, the governor of Borno State in APC. The rest of look at our own here. So every Saturday he goes to party just to drink Heineken. After drinking Heineken, he go to point, Mr. Point and kill. He go point at what? I don't know. That's a point for good 4 years. So look pointed just the points. I told you, a friend told me that works at Abapa. Someone gave them 2 weeks to clear that road, that those trucks should clear that road. When the governor left, I called the guy, I said, guy, someone have given you guys ultimatum 2 days that truck should clear that road. Yes, to market that road. You know what the guy told me? The guy said their customer came to greet them. That is just they've been giving them money for good 4 years. See, nothing we could do.
All right.
That's what he told me.
Yeah, David, moving on to the dismissal of $11 billion P&ID suit against Nigeria. Would you call it a good moment for Nigerians? It is. I will always come here to speak the truth. It was that judgment really would help our economy, because I don't mean because as it stands now, there's no money in the economy to have paid this British fame in the UK. But one thing I want to say is that Desiani ought to be arrested for this scam. Desiani and the President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan also need to be invited. Thank God for President Buhari that said no, he will not pay this debt, and then he had to appeal. So those people giving the kudos to President Tinubu should not give him to him, because he's a novice in this matter. It was Buhari. If it was Tinubu
Tinubu would have paid because probably Tinubu too there and Tinubu to himself too is corrupt. So this thing is happening. Tinubu himself too can also do it. So I'm not surprised. He also can do. But one thing is that President Muhammadu Buhari has said no, I will not pay a dime because somewhat individuals breach that contract, breach the contract. And then who were these persons involved in this contract? It was the person, likes of Genzini, that went to hire some trolleys just to milk resources. And then thank God for our EFCC. They even investigated to the root of this matter. That came out with the revelations that some persons was bent on extorting the public our resources just to siphon to this British fame. Thank God the case has been served now, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not take the glory. And someone kidney Niyi is saying that see, government is a continuing process. In this case time, government is a continuing process. But when it's time to pay debt and pay salary, Niyi will now say government is not a continuing process.
Now, away from that, presidential poll Tinubu Atiku will be no fate before November 5. And you saw what happened yesterday. The APM case, was dismissed. Atiku, the court will serve its judgment on Atiku and Obi. And in all this, what are your expectations from the court? Because, like what APC, INEC, and Tinubu said yesterday, he said Atiku's evidence is not a substantial one. Now, what do you expect from the court? Do you think the president will have his own influence on the judiciary?
Okay, Thank you, Mr. Mike, for that question. That's a very good one. This is Nigeria, my brother. Anything can happen. We dey jungle, so anything you see in jungle, the president can use his office as the president to influence that judgment. But one thing I want to say is that Mr. Nee should not come here and stop deceiving people. There was never a time CSU said they had a third party that print out results. If CSU had third party, CSU would name the third party, the vendors that give out results. And Atiku never said Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not attend CSU. That is not Atiku argument. Atiku claim now is that the result he submitted to INEC was forged.
That's the bone of contention.
That is the bone of contention, not whether Tinubu went to school or not.
Graduate or didn't go to that school.
That is, Atiku did not present that.
What is submitted to the INEC?
Atiku said, if you listen to the hearing yesterday, Atiku led counsel, Uche San, Uche something, said that was the bone of contention. That what Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted to INEC was forged. And now look at the school deposition. Said that see, Tinubu attended their school, fine. But see, that result submitted did not emanate from the school. And now, the same, on Monday, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has also filed a motion. FBI promised to release some documents at the end of this month. And then FBI and then CIA. I think, FBI, CIA, and then I think FBI. Internal Revenue Service too promised to release some documents relating to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu has went to court to file a motion to stop it. Something is fishy. If he keeps going to approaching the court to stop this for this government document to be released, what is he afraid of? It shows there's skeleton in his cupboard. Now, what stopped Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Tinubu claimed that his result was being lost, was being stolen during the narcotic struggle. What stops him from approaching that same school since how many years ago? To write to the school for, okay, I've lost my result. Please give me, probably, can you replicate a new result for me? He did not do that. Now, he went ahead to forge results. I have never seen a school anywhere in the world. I have not heard it. Where school hire third parties to print results. I start to be corrected today. I have not seen a school. Let anybody come and tell me that school, that after graduation, you misplace your results. The school will now tell you, go and meet Lucky Company. Lucky Company will print result for you. Does that augur well? So I want to believe that see the Supreme Court in this matter should use their discretion. They should not allow undue interference because they are also what independent body. There should not be interference from the presidency or from any arm of government. This is a very delicate matter and then should be treated very sensitively. And now, in this evidence, I think it is their discretion. So whatever the outcome is, as a Nigerian, I would always abide by it.
Thank you so much, David. I appreciate you for coming on board. Lucky,
Tango.
would you tell me that Atiku is fighting a good cause?
Atiku
On
is
this
fighting
issue?
for Nigeria.
Is he fighting a good cause?
For Nigeria, yes.
For Nigeria?
Yes, I'll tell you
Or for
why.
himself?
Whatever that happens will be a landmark for people to judge tomorrow. Whether he win or don't win. He's testing, you have to test the court. Come, I want to give kudos to UK court.
Okay.
Question I want to ask you, if that case have been in Nigeria,
Okay.
will they Nigeria give a good judgment? Do you think against the UK firm, the company, can it happen in Nigeria? But look at the UK. They don't care whether those companies they're UK or America. White people, they give judgment and catch that $11 billion. You were in Nigeria, will you happen? No. They would rather say, let me do because that money will come to our Nigeria. Let's give those people to pay the money. Just like this INEC matter now. And I see that nothing will come up for you, which I told you. They will just use technicality. There is no way. If I pay you salary and you want to judge, will you judge against me? You cannot. So I thank God for court in UK who cracked that $11 billion. If you're in Nigeria, they will not do that. Rather give that money to our own Nigerian people. That's a call for you. You collect bribe, collect everything. They will not say you must pay the money.
The Nigerian government
That
is
is
even demanding damages.
That one should. So what you are saying, my brother, is right.
I said it's Atiku fighting a good cause.
Okay, fighting a good cause. I'll tell you why. Yes, you know, Atiku has your camp. Tinubu has your camp. If Atiku win, the camp will enjoy.
And will there be light at the end of the tunnel for Atiku?
It might not be. But for me, I've told you several times that there's no way that the election can turn against Atiku. But he just want to prove a point. You understand me? Like him, you might not like him, but he has taken the case to, he have tested the case. During Buhari time, he tested it. That's why he did not get it. He's still testing, wasting his money. This is money.
Do you see him as a loser?
I see it as a loser here, yes.
You see him as a loser?
I don't see court that would turn that election aside. Mike,
but he has promised not to stop until the Supreme Court gives the final verdict.
How many days remain? There's no way they can give Atiku.
So you see him as a loser?
He's loose already. Tell you because
why
I don't see how many judges withdraw. How many of them? There were 13 or 11. They only have 7 of them. The rest withdraw. They know, they see the truth. There's no way they can guess the president. They try to withdraw. I get me. So now you have 7 of them there. And 7 of them agree. There is no way that election can turn down against Tinubu. I don't see. If it is Ghana, if it is Ghana judges or Togo judges or American judges, Atiku will have hope. But as far as all the judges we have here, Abubakar, Mohammed, Adewale, and co, there is no way they can turn that election upside down. Never. See what I'm still praising the UK court, who said that 11 billion what? I ask you, if it is Nigeria, I will just do that. They won't do it. They will rather collect that company. How much are you going to give me? Or you give me the money. I will make sure that those white people pay you the money. So that is it.
Okay. On the government of Dapo Abiodun.
Hey, that is where I'm really coming from. I went to Mowe yesterday, Mike. Sometimes I pray money should come. Some of our viewers sponsor you, go around. I know it's not easy. Let them check around. Take a camera. go to Ogun State, you will be bad. Yesterday, everywhere, left and right, water. By using canoe, and you can never see Red Cross. Anybody Red Cross going around to check people. What kind of country are we running? Go there now. Water is everywhere. Houses. Now, except the Redeem and the MFM and Deeper Line, who brought a camp for those people to live. Not that water dried down. And most of the land there are the company there. With the amount of money they pay by the land, with the money at the government, the taxes they are collecting, and look at the flood of water. They shut their company down. Is it good thing? What stop up the Papiodu to liaise with federal government and drill that Ogun River straight to Lagoon to Lagos and straight to Ogun State. Open the lagoon and let water flow. I don't know.
No system, no good roads.
I don't know. I could remember when APC Ogun was being managed by PDP, while Lagos was being managed by APC. There was that agreement that time. But when APC won Ogun State, I was so happy that they would come together. And several times they come together, not Lagos will do their own, Ogun will do their own. What is the problem? Is it a cause? Is that state a cause? Now you have president, ex-president. You have Bashola, who is maybe from Ogun State or from Osun State. Minister of Work for 8 years. You have Vice President Yomi Asibanjo for 8 years. They couldn't fix at least. It's very, very, what is the problem for this country? At least I had a house there before. I sold my house because of the bad road. Cheap about. And now, Dako, he said he won an election. What is supposed to do? I expect Dako to take machineries to that place and start doing something for those suffering of people who are paying taxes, who buy their land. You can't buy land here anymore. For what is happening, left and right, take a camera, go there. You see, you cannot. If you don't take time, that bridge will be covered by water. So let God help.
All right, thank you so much, Lucky. Okay.
How
you doing?
Fine. Good morning, sir.
What's up? All right, we're talking about the question of 11 billion naira judgment debts against Nigeria. We're talking about the P and ID. How do you feel about it?
Come again.
You know what you've been preaching since? I said, let me read it out. Relieve as UK court quashes 11 billion naira judgment debt against Nigeria. Would you allow the government of Tinubu on this?
Once again, good morning, Mr. Mike.
Do you think the UK government has done the right thing?
Well, honestly speaking, well, it's a welcome development that debt that one needs to pay at once by the person that you're entitled to give the money back to. So it's a welcome development, but that is not all. There are still more to that. There's still much to be done based on whatever that is still on ground. The debt is very, very important that we don't have, but that doesn't give the federal government much more rights for them to sit back and start collecting debt. We're hoping that whenever they collect money from any other countries, that the money will be squashed as they will decide to give the debt from them. So government, we should be able to make use of our own local resources here to develop whatever we have, so that the money we are making here can be able to serve us together, because it's enough of borrowing. So we are tired of borrowing, so they should stop borrowing. They should forget the fact that so countries have decided to have forgiven them based on whatever they have borrowed. That doesn't give them the much needed right and opportunity to start borrowing again, thinking that the money they have borrowed will be what? Squashed. So I'm very, very much happy. It's a welcome development.
Well, will this serve as a relief for the Nigerian government?
No, it's a relief, but it's not a relief. Because whether the money is still there or the money is not there, you and I have nothing to benefit on that. as citizens of this country. So it is still the money that is still there, the money they borrowed and the money that has been forgiven. So whoever they collected, they borrowed the money from. It is still within them that they will share the money. So you and I has no benefit. We have no beneficiary based on that money. But whatever we are here is whatever they said to us on paper and whatever we see on air and on different things, that is what we take, what we follow.
What about if the court had ruled that you should pay that money, the young government should pay the $11 billion dollars?
The same federal government will know.
What would be the implication?
It is for them. It's not my. See, let me tell you. They pay the money. The money is being forgiven by the federal government and by whoever the court said that they shouldn't pay or the court said that they should pay. It has nothing to do with you and I. The same set of people that knows. Okay, you ask yourself this question. The same country we are in. The people that they were busy borrowing money since 1999 to today, where are those money? And you said that you have collected most of this money. Where are the money? Where have you been? Okay, let me give you an example. There's a lot of these governmental governors that embezzle public funds, that you collected the money from them. Where are still the money? Where were the courts when the money were collected? So where is the money to? So if the court decide they should leave the money or they should, it has no carrying effects on me. All I'm saying is that these people should always do the right thing because the money they collected or the money they have forgiven, as the money that has been forgiven by the court of law or anything, that they shouldn't pay the money again, it has nothing to do with me and you because the same people are still there. If the money is still there, they will still be the same people that will sit down and share the money within themselves.
All right, moving on to the court hearing that took place yesterday on Obi, Tinubu, Atiku, and APM. APM case was dismissed. That's gone. So the court is now left with Obi, Atiku, and Tinubu. What do you expect before? It has been said that before November 5, now the court will make its own decision on the cases brought to it.
Well, I'm very, very happy on we are still alive to witness things like this. But the Nigerian judiciary shouldn't make law in Nigeria looks as if because we also have upcoming children, right from secondary school and primary level that are aspiring to become lawyers tomorrow. So these people shouldn't make them start thinking that this profession is not it doesn't worth it. So they should always stand by whatever the truth and nothing but the truth. That justice is whatever we acclaim for. And somebody like Atiku, Obi, and Tinubu himself, they should be very, very careful because content of the court, the content of the law is very, very much in effect. So they should be very, very careful the way they go about things because you cannot go about content of the court simply because you are a high-ranking politician or something like that. We are hoping for justice to be served. All we are praying that justice should prevail in this country, but as long as it stands, that is exactly what every Nigerian is praying for. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. We need to make it brief. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I just need to be here this morning, and I thank God for the life, for me being here this morning.
All right, quickly to the court hearing that took place yesterday. Ex-Vice President's disposition invalid. That's what President Tinubu said. His own disposition are not valid, which means there's no substantial evidence to what he has tendered to the court.
I don't know why Atiku is just misleading the deformed citizen of this country, the deformed youth of this country. And I will not really bothered about what they are saying now because Atiku happens to be a Father Christmas to them. When he was in power then, we remembered his masters at the top, Obasanjo, knew all the atrocity of Atiku, right? Where our property he sold to himself as of that time because he was the chairman of Economic Council then, you remember? So to me, what is just bringing up a technicality that cannot work with the Supreme Court. And Supreme Court have told them, by the time they reconvene now, you will see they start lambasting the councils again. The council to Atiku, which is one of the son, he was lambasted that he could not even say anything. That Atiku pushed him to be insulted in the Supreme Court, in the appeal court then, as of that last case they had. So to me, All what they are saying the journey they are embarking on is on a fruitless journey. Fruitless journey.
This is a forgery allegation leveled against Atiku.
They should come and prove this forgery. And mind you,
don't you think that Atiku is fighting
a fruitless and a senseless war? I mean, war attack is making now. It's a senseless attack. You said somebody submitted for fake or forged results to INEC. Then you sue INEC. That why did INEC, accepted that form? Why can't he sue INEC? Because he knew that he has no clear evidence to tender to INEC. All these things is INEC they have the issue with, because it's INEC that accepted the result and the result is submitted to them. Then they should go back to the INEC and say, okay, we want to sue you to come and explain how these results, how you accepted these results. So to me, just pity a lot of Nigerians that think they are, educated and they are enlightened, but majority of them are deformed. And all what they know is human being starts hating you. There's no length they cannot go to diminish you. And to me, the good governance we are looking for is what matters to me in Nigeria.
And on the PIND debt that have been passed by
a lot of them don't even know the story of PIND. You know, a retired general, who happens to be one of the richest military billionaire in Nigeria today. Is even the richest among them. Yes, was linked to that controversial, PIND that happened, right? And although he denied it when they accused him of it, and there were collaborators that worked with those guys. It started from UK. That company is in UK, and they consulted one of the Nigerian general. That's So to me, all these people saying all this fallacy, like Lucky himself is a frustrated human being in Lagos already.
Okay.
He cannot go back to Edo. He's talking about Ogun State. Edo is waterlogged now, and when
we are talking about Ogun State, yeah.
Ogun State, yes.
We're not talking about Edo State.
Edo State should be, because
and he's not a citizen of Ogun State. He's just profiling solutions.
It's not profiling.
So what is going on there?
It's not profiling any solution, because the government want them.
We never mentioned Edo State. Yeah. We mentioned Ogun State. And I want you to get it straight.
Charity begins at home, my brother.
Well, he's in Lagos here.
Let's
talk about Ogun State.
Is he a Lagosian?
Are you a Lagosian?
Is he a Lagosian?
Are you a Lagosian?
Same me. I can't claim I'm a Lagosian because I don't have family house in Lagos. When do you want to ask you, where are you from Lagos? Is it Itagarawu? Is it Agarawu? Is it Ojuno? Is it where you come from? You have to disclose where you come from. And charity begins at home. That's what I'm saying.
The deplorable state, economic condition of Ogun State. We're not talking about Edo State. I get it now. I don't know why you deviated from Ogun State to Edo State. I don't know.
Mike, you are a journalist. I want to prove one thing to you now.
Because of our time.
You should go on investigative journalism. How many states the government want that they say it loud that these are states that are prone to erosions?
And that's what Lucky was saying. He said the government
ought to have prepared.
That is it.
Yes.
That's Dapo Abiodun.
Not only that, it's a federal issue as it is.
We are talking about Ogun State.
Ogun State now, Ogun State issue.
Because of the
dam. Ogun State has a dam. That's Kara Dam. And every year they give them notice. Cameroon will give them notice 3 months or 6 months prior to that time they will open their dams, that we are going to flush our dams. So what do you expect to take action? You have federal body that takes care of these erosion issues. They've been warning them, move away and get prepared for all this. Or the citizens that inhabitants of that area should move away from that area. Are they going to start forcing people to obey the law? Are they going to start forcing people to? You see, these are things that people get tired of in Nigeria, because the youth, they make the youth to be deformed youth. People like, this guy I'm still saying, Lucky can never see the truth coming out from any good governors, because he's just here, he's frustrated, and his life is just all about he has to be sent back to Edo. But who is going to accept him in Edo? Edo himself, there's no road for him to get to his Edo state. As it is, Edo is cut off from Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you for joining us on today's edition of this program. We appreciate all the viewers. Thank you so much. Oluwawan won't be able to.
It's tackling my state. I'm from Edo State.
They're from Edo State.
Yes.
Okay.
The heartbeat of the nation is about without Edo State, Nigeria will not exist. Without my state, Nigeria will not exist anymore. That is the heartbeat of the nation. When the heart stops, Kule run away and it perish. It has not diminished. That's why you are still standing here. That's my home. Don't tackle my home anymore. Tackle Lucky personally, not my home.
It's lucky that he's a bad citizen of
Tackle him face to face.
You know him now.
My home. My home is a house of God.
But there's no road to
House of the living God. No road to say no one like you.
No road to get there.
You want something?
Come again.
We come again, but we are the house of Him that lives forevermore.
But the house that don't have roads to access.
You need more road?
There's no road to
We have spiritual road that will follow. So what is happening now? The government hope. You see Nigeria flood is taking over everywhere.
That's what Lucky was talking about.
That is your state. That is your state.
Yeah.
That is your state. People everywhere. You run away. Come and hide in Okeda here. Why hiding in
Is
Okeda?
Kule from Ogun State?
He's from Ogun State.
Are you from Ogun State?
Lie. I'm from Osun State. That's the propaganda. That's the propaganda they start. They don't even know where they come from.
Because water have taken over everywhere. You now run to Osun
Water
State.
have taken over Edo. Obaseki is crying loud now that they should help him. There's no access to Edo now. And a citizen of Edo posted an online video that look at your governor. Our governor no fit do road. He's just God don't catch him. He got stuck in hold up. And this one is here opening his mouth and saying rubbish.
Take care, man.